dig this.
They'll put a second for one, and now they got the man trapped at third and tagging out. And 2nd and 2, handoff goes to McCaffrey up the middle, finds a little room, lot more room, and he's off to the races.
Welcome to the In the Zone Sports Talk Radio Network. You're listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show with your host, Kate Diggs from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with the large heart, and co-host Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida. Also co-hosting Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. These are your hosts, bringing you the ultimate in sports news for the ultimate sports fan. Be sure to download the Try99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Now sit back and prepare to get into another episode of the Just Us Sports Talk Show.
Hear me? I know you're gonna dig this.
They'll put a second for one.
Let me try this again. All right. Happy Monday evening to everybody. Hey, Super Bowl's coming up. Finally, the Super Bowl's coming up. Man, every year, the Super Bowl goes a week into February. Before you know it, they're going to have the whole month of February. NBA going to be pissed. They move the All-Star game to March. I tell you, man, NBA, NFL is a bunch of bullies, man. I'm telling you, that's what they are. They're just a bunch of bullies. Anyway, guys, I don't know about you, but yesterday, Sunday, I'm gonna tell you what I watched on TV. This is no bull diggity. I watched John Wayne, and more John Wayne. I watched a whole lot of cowboy flicks. I can't get into the Pro Bowl no more. It's not tickling my fancy no more because ain't nobody tackling. You know, you playing touch football, flag football. That's not what this is all about, man. And the thing about it is, NFL better do something about it because it's just not working, man. I mean, you know, people go to it. They go to the Pro Bowl because of the activities that go on after the Pro Bowl or during the Pro Bowl. But ain't nobody going to the Pro Bowl to watch the Pro Bowl. You know, only people you got in the stands is your family members that probably couldn't get to a home game or just didn't like the cold weather. So they say, well, I'm going down to Orlando and watch it there. If you guys don't know, it used to be in Hawaii. And them guys loved down in Hawaii because it was nice in Hawaii. It was like 80 degrees outside. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you this right here. This is my opinion, NFL. I know you'll be taking some of some of our notes and some of our suggestions about how we should run some of the leagues. But I'm gonna say this. NFL, just select their team and be done with it. Don't even have a game. Because I'm going to tell you why. And I'm just going to use this for example. The year that the quarterback from Arizona went, help me out with his name. Mo was the quarterback.
Kurt Warner?
No, the black guy.
Murray.
What's his name?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray goes to 2 Pro Bowls as a substitute, and then he comes back and say, look, on his resume, he says, I went to 2 Pro Bowls, so you got to pay me that caliber of money. That's how he got the money he got. That's fake money. That's fake stats you got there because the 2 quarterbacks, one of the quarterbacks was hurt or one was in the Super Bowl, so you had to go, right? So in essence, their agent said, yo, man, he went to 2 Pro Bowls. He need to be paid like that. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't have to worry about just whoever's, you know, the quarterback, more likely the quarterback in the Super Bowl is going to be one of the quarterbacks they pick. Just make the names, send it out there. You can even do a first team, second team, and be done with it. Go to Orlando and have just a challenge, like have like a wide receiver challenge and defensive tackles challenge, which they do but they still play the game. The game doesn't mean, come on, flag football don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing to nobody. Who cares about flag football? You know what I'm saying? Do we really care to watch? Only person who probably watched the Pro Bowl was Mo.
I ain't watch it.
He was the only one that probably watched it.
I ain't watch
Right?
it.
I
can't watch flag football no more.
But the thing about it is, guys,
Kev, you missed that. I can't watch flag football no more. No, I ain't gonna do it.
For y'all to understand, the inside joke is Mo Money was playing flag football a while ago, and it ended up being a tackle play, and he lost some of his grill, and he finally got it back. That we don't never want to get old. Today I'm out there running. I'm running suicides with them girls. My stomach all out in the way. I'm thinking about the tilt over. You know, like, I said, yo, at 58 years old, I'm more 59 than 58 because my birthday coming up soon. But I'm just saying, yo, yeah, I get it, Mo. I get it. But Dana, did you watch the Pro Bowl?
No, I got a life, baby.
Tom, did you watch the Pro Bowl?
I watched about 2 seconds of it.
Hey, Matthew, did you watch the Pro Bowl?
I did not. I watched college basketball.
See what I'm saying? Nobody watching that. Nobody's watching no more. Should just go ahead and say, okay, this is the first team offense, this is the first team defense, special teams, punter, kicker, and then throw in the second team if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Be done with it and just have the challenge. Hey, Tom, I'm showing my age here a little bit, but remember when they had on ABC or CBS, they had the NFL challenge where they ran the 440, the 100. They did the yeah. Bring that back.
Yep.
You know, bring that back because that's competitive. That was competitive, man. It just I'm not getting it, man. I'm not feeling it.
Kev, I gotta say, it looked fun. If I would have watched it, the highlights look fun.
The highlights, yeah, that's it.
But I'm just saying, man, it looked like it could have been fun. It was fun last year. I just didn't feel like watching it.
67-54.
But that wasn't the real score. They had different challenges in the middle.
Yeah, I'm saying they had, and I like the challenge part. I just couldn't get into watching it because I know it just wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my thing no more. It's just not my thing no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's not football because now you don't want nobody to get hurt. They tackle too hard, and let's be real. They don't even tackle. They don't even know how to tackle. If you guys don't know, every team got a tackle and dummy that they tackle. And it tells you if you tackle the correct way. It gives you a green light if you tackle correctly. It gives you a red light if you don't tackle correctly. So it teaches you how to tackle. But as you can see, in the NFL, they'll rather tackle you and you gain 4 yards than tackle you the correct way. Come on, man. It's not football no more. It's just not football no more, man. I'm I don't know. I that's just how I feel, man. If anybody got any other thoughts about that, we can talk about that, and then we can move on. But I'm over it. We going and actually that was gonna be my I'm over it moment, but I'm gonna bring something else on that's I'm over too. But anything else? So anybody got anything about the Pro Bowl that they want to say about? If not, we're gonna move on. All right. I want to wish you guys a happy Black History Month. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got on my Negro hat and I got on my Negro hoodie on. Black History. That's I was born in February. It was meant for me to be doing Black History. I mean, it's meant for me to be born this month because of all the teams I like has something to do with Black History other than Penn State. But it makes me feel good to have my birthday in this month too. It just worked out well. It just worked out well. Number 10, my best player, Georgia White, wore number 10. Come on, man. It just like get the chance to see your basketball idol, Georgia White, man. That was the best thing, man. Back in 2008. Whoa, man, I was on cloud 9 that day. But anyways, coaching in the NFL. Mo, I think you're right. I think Belichick is done.
Oh, for sure.
Nobody gave him a job.
He's an average coach, man.
But my caveat to all of this though, guys, I'm still gonna say this, that even though he might be behind the 8 ball when it comes to coaching or understanding the players, but if you hire good assistant coaches, then you don't have to worry about the relationship you're going to have with your players, because you got good coaches that you're having that relationship with. So they're going to come to you and tell you who you can start, who you shouldn't start, who's going to do this, who's going to do that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that maybe, the one I'm really shocked at is Vrabel. I'm really shocked. But I think, like, we thought about Vrabel maybe a year away from coaching the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Steelers. Those 3 teams, I think, could be possibilities that he may end up coaching. Because was he a bad coach? I don't know. Did he have all the pieces he needed to be the great coach? When you have the number 1 seed and you still lose, that's tough in the playoffs. That's tough. And you got the right guy. What's good, fellas? I'll be calling shortly. Headed home. That was my man Rich. So was anybody surprised by Vrabel not getting a head coaching job? And we kind of know why Bill didn't get one, because he wanted part ownership that we heard from Atlanta. Atlanta's not doing that. Mo, go ahead.
I just want to say the
thing that came out
that Vrabel was intimidating to GMs. I thought that was hilarious. Like, you saying he too manly for you? Like, you intimidated by the dude? That's what you want in a football coach. You want somebody that's going to be intimidated, that the players are going to follow them because they know he demands results. That's what you want in a coach. You want somebody who's going to hold people accountable. Y'all dudes scared? Y'all scared of losing your power? You scared of losing to Mike Vrabel? I mean, he was a Steeler, but he's more of a Patriot than he is a Steeler. But at the same time, when it comes out and it says that they were intimidated by him, GMs were intimidated by him, you over there brushing your comb in your hair. Dude, really? That's what you do these days? That's what we doing now? Okay, he tried to be fresh and clean like me. I'm already clean that way. I don't need to worry about it. It's like this all the time, bro. And you're muted, so I can't even hear you say anything. I love it. I love it right now. I love it. So back to Vrabel. How you gonna be intimidated by your coach, man? You supposed to be the one that's hiring the dude. You gonna be the one I guess you're afraid of firing him. Okay, now I get it. You're afraid he gonna ransack you when you trying to fire him. All right, I back off now. I get it, because you're soft. You're soft, just like this dude behind me right here. He's soft. He's soft.
Oh, man, stop. He's soft. Yo, stop talking about Embiid, man. You guys heard Mo, right? You guys heard Mo?
Start calling it beef.
So let me ask you a question, guys. What y'all think about why would GMs be intimidated by a head coach he's a strong-headed guy, because you think about, he played for Pittsburgh and he coached with
he played and won 2 championships in New England too.
Yeah, and he's up in New England. Why would they be intimidated by him? You know what I'm saying? If your whole object is to win football games and get to the ultimate goal is play on Super Bowl Sunday and have the world watch you. I mean, you got people in space that's going to be tuning in to live out in space right now, can watch the football game in space. Why is it you're intimidated by a guy like that? It makes no sense to me. It just don't, man. Look.
That's about his gun to the interview.
Would you say, Dana?
He about his gun to the interview.
Hey, Rich, we talking about Vrabel. Mo said that he interviewed and they said he was intimidating to some player, to some GMs. And I don't get that. But anyway, Bobby Slavic, I think that was Dana's choice for Commanders coach. That came off the board today. Or was that yours, Mo?
That was me.
Okay, Mo's came off
Yeah,
the
that
board.
was
So only thing we have on the board right now is we have Baltimore. Somebody need to be on mute. Somebody need to be on mute. What we have is, this is a note who we thought Belichick was going to be coaching next year. I'm gonna put that to the side. I think he's done, and and the reason why I think he's done, and the reason why I don't think, if you guys remember last week, I was talking about all the young guys that they made that were defensive coordinators, that were offensive coordinators. They made head coaches. So I think that's where they're going now, is they looking at offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, and those coaches that have been a head coach before. I think that they're giving those guys a lot of chances to be that dude. Belichick should go to be more as a DC. Take a step back and learn how to lead without running the show. That would never happen.
Never happened.
That would never.
Hey, he might go join his son.
That would never happen. Now I'm gonna tell you this though. I think he would be a great college coach. I think he would.
He can go join his son.
I think he would be a great college coach because now, I think he would be bigger. I think he would be a than Deion Sanders, because he knows what it takes to get to the NFL. He knows what it takes to stay there. He said it's the smartest move. There are great coaches. There are great coaching there. And he knows what it takes to be a great player in the NFL. So that would be a great move for him if that's something he would think about doing. Now,
did you hear about his son today?
Yeah, he got the job. We're at oh shucks. He got what's it?
I can tell you.
Yeah, tell us. I can't remember. I saw it, but
so his son, as of this morning, is going to be the defensive coordinator for Washington.
Okay, yeah. I saw. I'm gonna say Nevada. I don't know why, but go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah, the enemy. Now, the weird thing that was brought up about it, Washington's the only team that has two former head coaches' sons on the same coaching staff. Because the offensive coordinator is Pete Carroll's son, and the defensive coordinator is Bill Belichick's son.
Okay. So I guess they figure they go to college and do their thing there and maybe come back to the pros and play. And the thing about it is, if you go there as a DC or OC, you really don't have to worry about the NIL, because that's the head coach's stuff. That's what the head coaches got to do. To me, that's just a headache. They need to fix that anyway.
To Harbaugh's son, he did get an NFL job today.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And then they let the enemy go.
Yeah, Tom, they let Bieniemy go. So where is Bieniemy going to end up going? Because a lot of people thought that Bieniemy was going to end up getting a head coaching job.
I could see him go to New England.
And they thought it was they thought he was going to get the head coaching job at the Chargers because he's an offensive coordinator, but they went in a different direction. I don't know where Eric Bieniemy is going to go now, because Pittsburgh has an OC now.
We're adding more people. staff. So we're looking for a running game coordinator. Could happen.
So
I was saying that Pittsburgh is actually adding to their staff. So by adding to our staff, we actually are looking for a passing game coordinator and a running game coordinator. So there's a possibility that we can bring him in or some other people as well. And we're looking at defensive coaches as well. So it's a possibility of people who didn't get the OC or DC jobs, we might be looking at them to bring in for new positions for the Steelers.
So are the Steelers making up new positions now? Underneath the OC, you got the running. What is going on?
Running game coordinator. This is stuff that is on your team in St. Louis. We have the smallest coaching staff in the NFL. So we're trying to update to that by adding more coaches that can actually improve our offense.
Matthew, what was you going to say?
Position coaches is now a thing now.
Yeah.
So you got like your QB's coach, your passing coach,
so
your running backs coach, your wide receivers coach.
So what's the difference? What's the difference between a offensive coordinator and a quarterback coach? You got a quarterback coach that teaches you how to be a quarterback in the pros?
Yeah, it's like more like a studying in the playbook.
So you telling me
you're getting deep into that playbook, so your OC doesn't teach you.
So are you telling me that Dak Prescott has a quarterback coach that taught him how to do the hip slide before practice?
Let's break it down to you. Let's break it down to you. I'm gonna break it down to you by Houston. So Houston Texans, they have D'Amico Ryans as the head coach. Offensive coordinator was Bobby Slowick. The quarterback coach was Jared Johnson. The Steelers were looking at Jared Johnson to become their OC, but both of them decided to stay in Houston. They also have tight end coaches, running back coaches. They have a passing game coordinator because this came from San Francisco. San Francisco, both Kyle Shanahan and also your guy down in the Rams. I can't think of your coach's name now, but both of them created all these positions for friends to keep them on their staffs and give them different responsibilities. So the passing game coordinator will work primarily with the wide receivers and the quarterback together. Quarterback works just with the quarterback. Wide receivers works just with the wide receivers. So you have all these different layers to make sure everybody's working together. And that's why your offense is better than my offense, because we got an offensive coordinator, running back coach, and our running back coach was the offensive coordinator, but then the quarterback coach was the one calling the plays. So it made no sense whatsoever because we're all using Matt Canada's style, but nobody's talking. That's the problem.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then. So, like with Sean McVay, he calls the plays. So why do we have an offensive coordinator? I'm confused about this. I'm confused. What's the purpose of having an offensive coordinator if you're going to be the coach that calls the plays?
I can answer that, or I'll let Matthew.
Let's say McVay calls a play.
Uh-huh.
But the offensive coordinator thinks it doesn't look good, so he'll do a emergency call to the QB to let him know that the line doesn't look right and switch it up.
Matthew, I don't know if that, and that's why I'm saying I think sometimes as a head coach, you shouldn't be the OC or the DC. Okay, now if you're like McCarthy, and you know that if you don't get it done this year, then you gotta take the reins and not be you gotta take the reins, because you said if I'm gonna lose this job, I'm gonna lose it because of the plays I called, not because of the plays my OC called. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, and I get your point, and I felt like I'm gonna give you, for example, when Dick Vermeil was coaching the Rams, Mike Marks was his offensive coordinator. Everybody knew Mike Marks wanted to throw the ball every play, but Dick Vermeil was like, "Yo, check out of that. We don't want that." You know what I'm saying? He go back and look at it and say, "Okay, maybe I'll do something else." So I see the head coach doing that more so than the OC said to the head coach, "Nah, that's not going to be a good play," because and you look at and if you go back and look at Sean McVay, this dude remembers plays back 10 years ago on certain plays. Yeah, this is a play we ran, such as and so I think sometimes. And I'm not mad at them for making those positions for those guys because you're putting food on the table for them, for the family. So I get that. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't understand how you have an OC and the Rams had 2 OCs that never called a play because Sean McVay was calling them. You know, so I get a little confused sometimes when you like it's like Eric Bieniemy. He wasn't calling the plays. Andy Reid was calling the plays. So what was his purpose? And I think that hurt him going forward because now everybody knows he never was calling the plays. But if they'd have never said anything about it, I think Eric Bieniemy probably would have had a job by now because they sit back and said, "Yo, he's OC. He ain't even calling no plays. What is he doing?" You know what I'm saying? Only thing to me, from the sounds of it, and the whining and crying from the Washington Commanders was he kept everybody accountable for their actions on the football field. That he looked like he was a bully. You know, he was a bodyguard for Andy Reid, and he was a bully in Washington. He's like, "Yo, you got to do this. You got to do this to be able to be good at that." You know, and because when they first got there, they said they said they wasn't really feeling him. You know what I'm saying? But he came from a position where he had the reins over everything, and he really didn't have to say to players, "Yo, do your job," because they did it. You know, so I think that kind of hurt him in a sense. Now I'm thinking about it is now he's out of job. He's out of a job right now. Let's see where he ends up going. Eric Bieniemy, if he does find another job. But see now, everything's filled up. Everybody's waiting.
Another job.
Would you say?
And he won't find another job. Everything.
No, he won't find another job. But I'm gonna say this. He can pick up the phone and call Deion and say, "Yo, you need OC?" I don't think Deion gonna say no.
That won't happen.
I don't think Deion will say no. I really
don't. Played in Colorado too.
I don't think Deion. If Deion brings Warren Sapp on his team, Eric Bieniemy got a good chance to be. And the only thing I do is pick up the phone and say, "Yo, man, I ain't got a job. Can you hook me up?" You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I'm just go ahead.
Because Deion saw last year with all those distractions and everything, bringing everybody in, Petey Pablo to Lawrence Taylor.
Well, I mean,
you took away from the game.
I don't know, Tom. I don't know about that. I don't know about. I'm gonna say this. I think the limelight got too big for his son. That's what I think. And losing the wide receiver, losing that wide receiver that played offensive defense, I think that really hurt that team. But the thing, and I'm gonna say that about him, but I don't think the coaching part of it had anything to do with it. I think what he's teaching that team is about life, right? Because out of that whole team, out of 65 players, what they carry, 65, 73 players on college football, out of that 65, maybe 6 gets to the NFL. Maybe 6. And out that 6, maybe 4 or starters, and out of the 4, you may have one that's going to be, that he's going to make it a career. It's going to make money for him.
Going to the coaching path.
Go ahead,
transferred?
Go ahead, Tom.
How many transferred?
I haven't heard about the transfers that went to Colorado this year like they did last year.
No. How many
left?
How many left?
Oh, I don't know. I know it was a few. But again,
that's a lot.
But again, I'm gonna say this. This is where I look at things when it comes to that portal thing. And hopefully they can fix this thing. I think that too many times you allow yourself to move to different teams, like Bo Nix, right? This guy's what, 24 years old? I think 24, 23, 24. That's old for a quarterback in the NFL. But he may be a first round draft pick. And look how long he played. He played almost 6 years in college football. Unheard of.
Now there is a tight end. Right now the tight end has 9 year of eligibility.
Wow. So let's say he went to college at 17. He's 28. I mean, how many years you say? 9?
Yep.
So he's at least 26.
He's currently a tight end for the Miami Hurricane.
Dana, you know what that is?
I know what it is, but I don't know the that's why he kept coming back.
Oh, so he okay. So he got so he had, so he was injured. Okay. Yeah, and so you think about the COVID situation, you probably okay with it. In my thing, like Matthew.
Now here's the other thing with him too.
Go ahead, Matthew.
Graduated student also.
He graduated.
Yeah, he's a graduate student.
Okay, and that's cool. I mean, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? He did 4 years, got a degree. But my thing is,
so he's been playing since 2016.
Yeah, but my thing is though, if you don't have an NIL deal, why are you still there? You got a degree. Use your degree. I mean, I know you love football, and you might be able to get drafted. You might be Mr. Irrelevant next year if you come out. If you're that good at a tight end, you know what I'm saying? You never know. But I think that the college football needs to do something about the NIL. They need to do something about the transfer portal. I think that you should be allowed to do it one time and one time only. And
yep.
And I'm gonna say this: if somebody that comes in better than you, so be it. You know what you know what you're in for when you go to college. You know what you're in for. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know the L hurt.
No, go ahead.
The Bayou Barbie. The Hood Rat herself, Angela.
Oh, you talking about old girl from LSU?
Yep.
Yeah, it did. It put it in. Go ahead, Tom.
Got too big for herself. Was above the team because she could make a good money. And she won't eat. She said, I'm not take too much. So then you need to get off the team and play.
Yeah.
And give them a spot.
I agree. I think now she's still balling out with LSU, but her and the coach clash heads, and that's just that's one of the problems with the NIL deal. When you're making more money than the coach, you know what I'm saying? Then you're in college, and you're like, it's just one of those things.
Go to the league.
This is one of those.
So then, what you
do? Dana.
Yes, sir.
Do you got a rant for us today?
Yeah, I got a rant.
Okay.
We were we should apologize for Tony before the meeting. I apologize to him first.
Say that again.
I couldn't wait to get started.
Wait a minute, Dana. Start. Dana, wait a minute. Start over because we can't. You're muffling right now, so I don't know if the phone's too close to your mouth.
Okay, let me take my phone.
Right there.
I'll have my laptop next week.
Okay.
What I want to say is we owe quarterback for the 49ers. And the person owed him an apology from Cam Lee. Talk trash about him. your life when you was a young man growing up, you wanted to play football. You wanted to play football. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna play football. It's hard coming up. It's hard. It's like this is relevant. This is like this version of the lottery. Yeah, well, oh, he not good. He not good. He takes the good. So when you put the ball in the street, in the neighborhood, you always play with the good guys, right? You wanted the good guys for your team. You wanted to make the team good in the neighborhood. You picked the good guys for your team. And that's what happened to him. He just fell on the team. He's a good guy. Now he got a chance to prove to the world that he was one of the good guys. So let's take the time out and put some respect on Purdy, ladies and gentlemen. Good respect on his man. I just feel good for the guy. I mean, you finally get to do something that you wanted to do as a child. You born oh man. People like, oh, you're not good enough. Can you manage it? No, because he played on the team and he played everything. I just feel good for the guy. Like, you don't want your son coming down like, oh, you only good because you were the good guy. So he's good to get the and he wanted to do it as a child, growing up in the neighborhood, and he finally became what he did to the a Super Bowl quarterback.
Okay, so
went to the good player. That's all.
So what I'm hearing from you
That's
is
my
that
rant.
okay, your rant is that everybody need to give Mr. Purdy attaboy for being a good quarterback. I'm gonna say
Right.
this. I don't know who said he wasn't a good quarterback.
What?
I don't know who said he wasn't a good quarterback. Nobody on this
Oh,
panel.
last week
No. You're misreading what we said. We're saying, and I'm gonna say this. So, was Jimmy G? Was he a system quarterback or was he a good quarterback?
Let's not go through this again.
I'm just asking the question, Dana. I'm asking the question,
we can't say that.
Dana. I'm asking the question.
Every quarterback.
I'm just asking the question. Was he a system quarterback or was he a good quarterback?
He was just a quarterback. I don't think I'm gonna say this. When you put on the team, he faced the system. He was a better Patriot than he was a 49er.
Yeah.
Did they win with him?
Yeah.
And he didn't win him for the
Did they make the playoffs with him?
Yeah, they had long to make the playoffs. He was just saying for Tom Brady.
Was Alex Smith a system quarterback or a good quarterback?
No, I think Alex Smith was a decent quarterback. I would say system. He was doing that. He was winning. Won 11 games for the Patriots.
I'm just saying that the system that they have in San Francisco seems like it's user friendly. It seems like user friendly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And again, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this again, and you can take it any way you want to. If you take this any way you want to, Brock Purdy is not the best player on that football team. He's probably the third best player behind Debo and CMC.
Third best on the offense, even behind, but better than Trent Williams.
But I'm not gonna put.
I'm gonna support Cam on this. There's so many all pros on that team. He is probably the 10th best player. Not saying he's a bad quarterback, but he's the 10th best player on the team.
Like when you get a car, like your dad gives you a car, Okay, listen, man. I'm gonna give you this car. This is your car. You take care of this car. You do one thing. You keep it up, you know, clean. You keep the air, you keep the oil change, you keep all. And I think that's what you do. You do that. And the keys on the money. Now he can take care of the car. Trey Lance couldn't drive the car. What's the man couldn't stay healthy to drive the car?
Trey Lance.
The guy that's driving the car.
Trey Lance didn't get an opportunity. He got hurt.
I just think they never wanted him.
No,
I
don't think they never wanted him. I think what happened was when Purdy got there and they seen how good Purdy was, it's like, okay, well, now we have and just think about this. And this, let's be honest with everybody on this panel. How many quarterbacks do we see that win the Super Bowl that's not a pocket passing quarterback?
None.
Exactly. So they figured this would be a better way to go than dealing with Lance, because Lance got hurt. So the thing about the reason why they didn't keep Lance is because they would have to have two different offenses when he came in the game, because he's more of a play option run quarterback than he was a standing in the pocket quarterback. Right? So now
No. He had another Colin Kaepernick. Back ever since he joined his daddy.
Say that again, Dana.
The exception of Kyle Shanahan cannot control running quarterback. He messed up RG3. He messed up the running guy.
Wait a minute. How did he mess up RG3? The owner messed up RG3.
Oh, he the coach. RG3.
Dana, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Dana, real quick with RG3, right? Real quick with RG3. He came into a game where he wasn't supposed to play. Shanahan didn't want him to play. The owner said, you're going to play him. And what did he do? He got out to get hurt and ruin his career. If you listen to him talk, he'll tell you himself, I should not have played in certain games because that ruined my career. But he was so big on his head was so big, he thought that he could do everything that he possibly can, and he couldn't. So that's why I don't agree with that analysis with RG3. But getting back to Trey Lance, he got hurt, and then he didn't come back, right? And then you had Jimmy G and you had Purdy out there.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
John Lynch thought he had another Colin Kaepernick, and he didn't. I'm
not disagreeing with that. But the thing about it is, when your chances of your quarterback staying healthy and staying in the pocket is better than a quarterback that runs the football, and that's a proven fact. So you're going to take your chances more with Jimmy G, with Purdy, than you are with Cal. Because Cal gets one hit, he's out. Michael Vick, same thing happened to him. He gets played against Baltimore. Baltimore tears him up. He was never right since from that point on afterwards. So you want to have him in your pocket for emergencies if you could, because you're bringing something different to the table, right? But if you're trying to do
you rated a 68 on Madden.
I don't.
You know, you sorry.
I don't play Madden, so I wouldn't know nothing about Madden, Tom. And Madden can do whatever they want to do with that, because they got guys that's 99. They shouldn't even be 99. But my thing though is this right here, and also the reason why they got rid of Lynch. Reason why they got rid of Cal, because Lynch had to make up for the draft picks that he lost in that trade, in that draft. Because if he didn't do it, then it was going to be, if they didn't make a Super Bowl this year, it's going to be some issues. You see what they did? It went out and got two bookends. You got two defensive ends at the last minute. And you look at the salary cap, they're strapped right now. So what San Francisco has right now is what they're gonna have next year with draft picks, because you're not gonna get any top free agents come there because they don't have the money. So they put all the gumbo shrimp, everything in this little bowl right here, and said we got to make it work this year. So if they don't win a Super Bowl, at least Lynch can say I got there. So that gives him reprieve on that draft pick that they used to get Lynch. I mean, they used to get Kyle. I mean, get Lance. So that's where I look at it from my point of view is he made moves to make sure this team would be good. Like, for example, CMC Rams was one draft pick away from getting him. They didn't have the draft pick they wanted, so he goes to San Francisco. That's how close it was for him being in gold and red, then blue and yellow. That's how close it was. You know what I'm saying? That's how close it was. Rams put all their money in the basket.
Thank God.
They put all their money in the basket, and they won Super Bowl. They tried to do it again with CMC. It was simple as that. It's just that simple.
You think Kyle Purdy gonna get his money?
Is what?
He better. You think he's gonna get paid?
Well, this is second year, right? His second year.
Yeah.
So they ain't gonna talk more. They're not gonna talk no money about him till the third year. Money's not gonna be a factor for him at this point in time. So now if he wins Super Bowl, he has it on his resume. That puts him up there to get paid. If he loses Super Bowl, but if he's still consistently winning for them and they're competitive next year, that's his third year. So if they got him for 4 years with fifth year option, now they got him real cheap. But the thing about it is that their salary cap struck because they got all them guys. They got all them guys they just traded for this year. You know what I'm saying? Salary gonna be an issue for them. The thing about it is that they got to draft well to replace the players they think that's not gonna be good. So Rich says that Brock is going to get between 35 and 40 million. And that would be what 2020 26. Mo, you got a comment on that? I see your.
I think that's cheaper than what he's going to get. The going rate for a franchise quarterback now is $50 million. So if they get him to take 35 to 40, it's great, but I don't think they will. Y'all keep hyping him up, saying he's one of the best quarterbacks. He's going to want to get paid like a best quarterback. So he's going to ask for that $50 million. So keep hyping him up.
I'm not getting him up. I'm just do.
Rich said he's not going for market value. Rich, I'm gonna say this: if he ain't Tom Brady, if he wins the Super Bowl, if he wins this Super Bowl, he's gonna ask for his money. And the thing about it is,
we're gonna get market value.
What we understand, what we do understand is quarterbacks say, "I need to get paid right now," and then you figure out how you gonna get everybody else around me. Like in Buffalo, got problems with the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out in Philadelphia when you don't get the people you get. Figure it out in New York, the New York Giants, when you give your you give your quarterback all that money and then you franchise your running back and you don't take care of your offensive line. Figure it out. That's what they're going to do because they're going to get their money. They're definitely going to get their money. You know what I'm saying? That's yes.
Yeah. How y'all doing?
How you doing, Gary? What's up?
I want to come in on that. You know, that's something they talk all the time, but you know, and I know that if the team wants somebody, they want that stuff around and restructure contracts or do whatever they need to do. After they want, they're going to get that player. On Brock Purdy, you don't want to wait till 2 years after Brock Purdy. You probably want to take care of him in his third year because the price of quarterbacks is not coming down. It's only going up. So it's going to cost more to wait.
And I agree with you on that. But the thing about it is, though, if they like, so if they do his contract next year, it don't fall into effect to 2026, which is the good thing about it because he's on a rookie deal. But then in 2026, you gotta get, that's when that money comes and hits you in the face. And I don't have my paper in front of me with the salary cap, but I think San Francisco is way down at the bottom. The bottom. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let's see if I can pull this up real quick. With the salary cap. Give me a second here.
I think Brock Purdy is. I think Brock Purdy right now is making like the minimum. The minimum because he was a 7th round draft.
Right.
And you say he's not going to earn 50 million rich? Come on, man. That man is vastly underpaid. Even though the NFL gives him money for that. He's going for his paycheck. He's going for his paycheck.
So right now, San Francisco is 22nd in cap space. Cap space, they have total cap space. They have right around where we at? Kansas City, 20. Kansas City. I mean, San Francisco is that they have like $1,365,837 left in cap space. Right. We know that the cap is going to go up. Right now, they have, I'm gonna say they're right around they're 22. They have $279,123,967 in cap space. The only team that has more money than them are the Saints, the Chargers. The Saints are 300 and something. They're going to restructure Derek Carr's contract. You got Miami at 294. You got Miami at 294. Chargers at 294. Broncos at 269. You got the Browns at 239, 293. Cowboys at 267. So they're right there. They're right there they're right there at where the average, the teams that kind of like saying, okay, we're gonna put all the marbles in a bag and this is what we're gonna come up with. So we know the cap's gonna go up. We just don't know how much it's gonna go up. Because you still gotta have room to get your draft picks, stuff like that in there. So that's the issue going forward. But again, like Curry said, if you get him in the third year, that's fine. But that would be after that would be this year. This is the second year right here. So he wins the Super Bowl. You're looking at giving him a contract extension next year, right? And then if you do that, and let me go back real quick, Curry, and look at something on San Fran's side of the house. So they right now they have 44 players that's on the contract. Trent Williams takes up 11.2% of their salary cap, which is $31 million. Debo has $10 million. Armstrong has $10 million. Fred Warner has 8. George Kittles has 7. And Ward has 6. Hargrove has 5. Bosa has 5.3. Is Bosa still in his rookie deal, or has he been in the league long enough that he's not on a rookie deal? I can't remember if he's still there. So okay, so then did he? So okay, so was the contract was the extension was it off his rookie deal? Or was he already there before this?
So he new contract. He was still under his rookie deal, new contract this year.
So now his money pops into effect this year, and right now I said dead cap money for him is $76 million, right? So that's gonna take a hit right there. So the thing about it is they gonna have some room to wiggle because I think they might not sign Fred Warner back, as much as because of the cap that he got. Well, I'm gonna say this: they may bring him back and ask him for a, can you give us you give us some money back, please? You know, can you
What is
just
the
give
best
us
linebacker in the league?
I'm not
He
saying
ain't giving no money back.
but what I'm saying though, we're talking about money here. So if San Francisco wants to stay competitive, they got to do something. You know what I'm saying? They got to do something.
They're gonna be all right.
They got to do something because if you
Like,
can't,
80% of the team we got right now is just through the draft.
right? But what I'm saying to you is the percentage of what they got right now. You got 21, 31, 39, 46, 52% of your salary cap is between 5 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 players. And that doesn't include Bosa. That doesn't include Bosa. So and then we're not talking about the guys that on maybe on rookie deals and that didn't get extension. Now you have a bunch of dudes on here that may fall off, but they're like at $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And then you're looking at I don't see what they got all the draft picks this year coming up. So you got a first rounder with guaranteed money. In 2024 they got dead cap money that's owed to Trey Lance, which is $5 million, and then it drops to $447,000. So some of that dead cap is going to fall off. Okay. They're saying so right now they have a rollover of $37 million from 2023 that's going to roll over to 2024. So I mean they got some room to do some things, and like Curry said, they'll figure some things out because I'm gonna say this: the Dodgers went and got guys, and he's like, "Yo, can you get your money on the back end? We guaranteed your money on the back end." You know, in baseball, the only one that really guarantee your money. You know, if they can talk guys into doing stuff like that, then that's fine. Like with Aaron Donald,
That's what they did.
he restructured his contract again. He got upfront money, but he restructured his contract again so that they can go out and get the players they need to be competitive again. You just got to find that player in your team that's willing to do it.
The Niners did that.
Who did they do it with?
That's how they got the $37 million sitting in the stash.
Well, no, 37 million is that 37 million is dead cap money. That 37 I said is rollover cap that they got to pay for in 2024. That's where that's coming from.
They got
they have $1,365,000 and $837 in cap space. Their money they got right now, signing bonus is it's like $6 million. And they got top 51 contracts, which equals $273,049,000. I mean, $273,409 and what 35 something like that. So the adjusted salary cap is $280 million, and so they're gonna have to restructure somebody in order for them to still be competitive. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
They restructured Kittle. They restructured Warner. They restructured Trent Williams. All these guys.
But look at the dead cap money. Look at the dead cap money. That's the part you're missing. So that dead cap money got to come to play at some point in time. Even though they restructured the contract.
At some point.
When did that dead cap money coming? Next year or the following year? You know what I'm saying?
It's not dead cap money.
It's not dead cap money. Yeah.
You restructure is not dead cap money.
Not coming back. Randy Gregory's not coming back. Like they were loners. We get the third round for Chase Young. He was basically free. So Randy Gregory, we didn't have to pay him. Denver paid him to go away.
So $10 million. And you guys got Chase right from Cleveland from Washington, right? Did Chase go there?
Yeah, but then
okay,
I can retain
him. And so now he's still on his rookie deal. So that right there,
he's a free agent though.
But y'all gonna bring him back because right now the market value, Nick Bosa is 28, Brandon Ayuk is 23, Chavis Ward is 15, and Chase Young is 13, and Javon Kleinwald is 5.4. So that's what they're gonna be looking for. Like Chase Young, he's gonna be looking for 13 million. Are you willing to give up $13 million
Who?
to keep him, Chase Young?
No. Chase Young, no. He can't command that kind of money.
No, I'm just saying they're saying that's the market value. I'm saying,
Yeah, but I mean, he can't pay on the bill value. But what about his play value? That's what you got to look
well,
at.
I agree with you on that. I mean, and the thing about it is, if he can make plays, if he can make the play that wins the Super Bowl, that's all they're gonna remember. Him making that play. They're not gonna everybody how long you been on the field. Yes, sir.
I'm hearing that the 49ers may bench him for the Super Bowl, and I've been hearing that Washington, the one reason they wanted to get rid of him is because he likes to take plays off, and so he's just not fully committed.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's a false report.
That's that. I mean, I didn't hear about the San Francisco part, but I know that in Washington, it was he wanted to take plays off, and that's why they
all they did was recycle that Washington and just put it out under San Francisco. So there was a meme that was going around, and somebody just basically doctored it up.
Okay,
but it's a false report.
I know in Washington that was one of the issues because when he left, that's some of the players like, yo, he wants to take plays off and things of that nature, and you know, and they try to save the guy's career, honestly. But moving on real quick, Mo, I got to say this to you. All these teams have won a playoff game more recently than the Pittsburgh Steelers, Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles Chargers, Atlanta Falcons, New York Giants, Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings, Dallas Cowboys, Indianapolis Colts, Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens, Houston Texans, Tennessee Titans, Jacksonville Jaguars, New Orleans Saints, Green Bay Packers, Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals, New England Patriots, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco 49ers.
So you named 6 teams on there that have won Super Bowl since us.
But no,
no, because that's what we rate on. You can talk about playoff wins all you want. It doesn't matter if you don't get the job.
I wasn't.
I've been waiting for this conversation.
I wasn't finished. But the thing that gets me though, right, is that again, I don't understand why Tomlin don't get the same heat that McCarthy gets.
McCarthy and losing season to Green Bay.
And this is no, I'm talking about that. But here we are again, guys. Another week has passed, and I haven't heard anything about a contract extension for Tomlin. But when it was brought up, they said, "Oh, he get a contract extension." You figured you get it sooner than later, right? What are they waiting on? What they got the OC, they got new OC.
We're hiring assistant coaches.
So that means you're gonna take a pay cut?
Because we're actually giving him more coaches. So he can actually do a better job. And win playoff games.
So my only thing is like he does not get the pressure that McCarthy gets. And he hasn't won a playoff game, and I'm just saying, I'm saying if you're gonna give McCarthy fire, Tomlin should get fired too.
I love
he should get
conversation because you're wrong.
It's not about. Listen to me. It's not about firing coaches, but I'm gonna say this: the coaches leave when they see that it's time for them to leave, right? It's simple as that. It's just that cut and dry. Because
Chuck Noll was gonna get fired. We were terrible in '80.
But like I said, Chuck Noll knew when it was time to leave. That's why he left.
But Howard left because his wife was dying of cancer.
But and Coward left because of family issues. I understand that. But what I'm saying to you is this right here.
Tomlin had a 10-7 season. where he made the playoffs, was not expected to beat Buffalo. And actually played pretty well in that game.
But guys, listen, I have not said anything about playoff. I mean, I haven't said nothing about records. I'm saying, why doesn't he get the same heat that McCarthy don't? I mean, that McCarthy gets. Somebody tell me why does he?
Steelers don't fire coaches.
It's not about firing coaches. It's about winning Super Bowls. And I'm sick and tired.
And there's only 6 teams that have won a Super Bowl since us.
I'm sick and tired of Pittsburgh Steelers fans telling me he's had a winning season. That's not the end of be all. The end of be all is being the last 2 teams to win the Super Bowl.
Bad because y'all can't get it right.
If you're one of the last 2 teams and you go Super Bowl and you lose, I can't say nothing bad about you. I can just say you just lost to a better team unless you get blown out. But I get sick and tired of Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Well, stop with that. That's not. Come on, man. That's
you wish you were consistent. No,
wait. I'm gonna give you all the same example of Dallas Cowboy fans, right? Well, we got more Super Bowl. I'm a Browns fan. We got more Super Bowl than Browns. But when's the last time y'all been to an NFC Championship game? Since what? When last time Super Bowl? 19?
A lot of coaches.
When's the last time they went to Super Bowl? Barry Switch is what 19 something. But that's what they bring up. That's what they bring up the ring. They bring up the ring. I'm like, yo, stop. I'm a Celtic fan. You ever hear me talk about Boston have 18 rings? I never talk about that.
No, because we have
17 rings. Because I'm talking about them winning the one this year. That's why I say 18. Well, I'm just saying I don't bring that stuff up because that doesn't matter. I mean, it matters in the organization part of it. I get that. But come on, man.
Your Browns have 0 rings.
They got championships. They got when they won championships, they got
but yet we ain't going to the playoffs. We're always talking about championships that are before 57 Super Bowls.
Browns don't have a Super Bowl win, but they got championships. There's a difference. But
you're talking about the Cowboys, talking about their rings from the 90s.
But I'm just
yours
saying,
go back to the 40s.
But that's for the Cowboys. But see, I don't never bring it up. I don't bring it up.
We're gonna laugh at you when you championship.
I would never bring it up because it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? My thing is that at the end of the day, if you're not the last 2 teams playing, then why are you talking about your club? Dallas Cowboy fans always, we got all these rings. Man, stop with the rings. Stop. Look, just stop because it doesn't really make it. It makes a good argument, but it doesn't make a good debate because it's been in the 90s. Matthew, how old are you?
I'm 21.
So Matthew, did you see the Cowboys win the last Super Bowl? I'm good at math, but I don't feel like subtracting right now.
No, I've never seen the Cowboys win Super Bowl.
Thank you. That's my whole point. But they keep bringing it up.
But you started this on Tomlin.
Out there.
But I'm bringing on Tomlin too because Tomlin has won. All these teams have won playoff game, has won a playoff game, and Tomlin hasn't. But I'm not saying he's not doing a bad job or nothing like that. We know what Pittsburgh problem is. They just don't have a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they one quarterback away. And speaking of that, let's move on to a different. Go ahead.
Let me come to Mo's defense, if you will.
Okay.
You said yourself. Did you say that the Steelers, all these teams didn't win all these teams have won a playoff game since the Steelers, right?
That's correct.
Okay. But then you said unless you one of the last 2 teams standing, it don't matter.
That's correct.
Did you say that?
I did say that.
Which is exactly what I said.
But you know what though? But let me say this to you. In the AFC, if you talk to Pittsburgh Steelers fan, no matter who they got, they're going to Super Bowl. If you talk to a Dallas Cowboy fan, no matter who they got as quarterback, they're going to the Super Bowl. Look. If you talk to a Laker fan, they go on to the championship. You talk to a Yankee fan, they go on to the championship. It's a guarantee. They don't care they don't care if they got a midget, no point intended, pitching for the Yankees. they going to the World Series.
Hey,
because
leave Marcus
sometimes
Stroman
the
alone.
reality,
Marcus Stroman alone.
and sometimes in the reality of it, just say my team's not good enough to go. It's simple. Just say that, and I'll be cool with that.
We're
But
not
don't come back-
Browns fans, bro.
Browns fans,
But
bro.
Curry,
We
don't
know
come
what
back and
winning
tell
is
me-
We
about.
know what winning is about.
We
know winning in
we
the
never-
playoffs
we
on a
never
regular
had a-
basis.
we
On a
never had
regular
lose-
basis.
We never had to lose a season, and I ain't say nothing about the coach getting fired or anything like that. I'm just saying stop with it because that's just your comeback because you
Wait a
have no
minute.
other comeback.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna put this to bed
I'm
right
gonna
now.
put this to bed right now.
The last 10 seasons.
The last 10 seasons.
Take out the last 2 seasons.
Take out the last
How many
2
winning
seasons.
seasons have
How many
the
winning
Browns had?
seasons have the Browns had?
We're not talking about the Browns right now.
No, but we are.
But we are.
You want to talk about the
You
Steelers?
wanna
Let's talk about you
Okay,
and the
so-
Browns.
Talk about you and the
Okay,
Browns.
so let me say
We-
this. So let-
We have
So
never
let me
played a
say this.
game.
We've
under
never played a
Tottenham where
game.
we were not on
We were not on
playoffs.
contention.
the
in
last,
playoffs.
17
last
years.
time-
In 17 years.
17 years. It's not about
17
losing
years.
seasons
It's
or
not
winning
about
seasons.
losing.
It's about
winning
always
seasons.
having a
It's
chance.
about always
You
having a chance.
never had a chance as a Browns
never had a
fan.
chance.
That's
as a
why you
Browns
Well,
think
fan.
the way
we
you
had
do.
That's why you think the way you do.
we had a chance. No, I'm not even. I'm
You
not even
start the
talking about-
season knowing you've never had a chance.
You never had a chance.
I'm not talking about. I'm not even talking about a Browns fan.
But listen to
Because
what I'm
if I
saying.
didn't-
Listen to what I'm
But wait-
saying.
but wait a minute.
Listen to what I'm
Listen
saying.
to
not
what I'm
talking-
saying.
wait, Mo, I'm
Listen to
not-
what
You
I'm
I'm not
said
saying.
talking as a
we
Browns
always
fan.
said we're going to win a
We always
championship
said we're
because
gonna
we
win a
always know we're going to
championship
be
because we
there.
always know
You
we're
as a
gonna be
Browns
there.
fan,
You
you
as a
knew
Browns
you
fan,
never had a
You
chance
never had a chance.
Mo,
because you don't
wait,
have any
well, hold on,
rings.
Mo. Wait. Okay, Dana is here, so let's talk about when we did predictions at the beginning of the year. What did we say? Who was on point with your team?
I said 10-7 for the Steelers.
I was the only one. No, you did not. No, you did
Look
not.
it up. Look it up.
No, you did not. No, you did not. No, I said the Rams would be 11-6. I said the Browns would be 10. I said 10-7 or something like that. I was on point. You said 12 or something.
Y'all went 12 and
Come
5.
on.
I went 12
Man.
and 5.
No. I'm talking
You
about.
guys are seats too.
I'm talking about your club. When you predicted what they was going to do this year, I said
Oh,
I said we're going to win the division at
Yes.
10-7 or 12 and 5. It could have been 12 and 5.
It could have been 12
you
and 5.
and I went back and said to you guys, I said every team in that division could make the playoffs. I said every team in that division could make the playoffs this year.
And I
Looking
told
at
you
this
the team that
And I
wasn't going
told
to
you
make
the
it.
team that wasn't going to make it.
and the Cincinnati didn't make it because they had injuries. But I think
And
if they
I
didn't have
told you
injuries,
that was gonna
And
happen.
I told you that was going to happen.
I think
'Cause we
Pittsburgh would
knew
have been
Burrow
that.
was
I
hurt.
think
We knew Burrow was
the
hurt.
one that was
We knew
hurt at
Burrow
the
was
start
the
of the
one that was
season.
hurt at the start of the season.
Yeah, but I'm talking about prior to that. But again, you had them winning the division, and I didn't have. I got it somewhere around here. No, I keep receipts. I'm telling you. You and
I
see.
want to see this because
thing
I
about
think
it is-
the
but
won the
that's the
division.
thing, right?
Won the division.
That's the thing. Like even when I looked at the Rams record, I was like, man, I don't know. I said they could.
I think most of them are 11-6.
I said I think they can do something. I said, but I think 10-7 might be their schedule, might be the record. I said because I'm a little bit confused about if the offensive line is gonna step up, right? And I said that was my thing with the Rams. I was like, I don't know about the offensive line, right? And they end up beat San Francisco, and they gave me the record I got. But if that game would have counted, they was gonna lose to San Francisco. They just can't beat San Francisco during the season. But in the playoffs, that was a different story. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if you talk to fans, fans that they just fanatics, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. Dallas Cowboys going to Super Bowl every year. Pittsburgh Steelers, you talking to fans, they're going to Super Bowl every year. I don't want to hear that from
49ers
I don't hear-
fans. We got 49ers
I
fans
don't
on here. They say they going to the
Right.
Super Bowl every year too.
but I don't hear that from
And they're in the
I don't hear
Super
that from
Bowl this year.
I don't hear a lot of 49er fans saying that they're going to Super Bowl. Not as much as Dallas
Oh
and
my
Pittsburgh.
God, Ken.
Oh my God, Ken.
Not as much.
Oh my God.
Ask
Not as-
him.
not as
Ask
much
him.
as
You got
Dallas.
two. You got Rich. And you got
Rich.
Tom on the phone
And you
right
got
now.
Tom on the phone right now.
So y'all guys on the line, right? At the end of last season, did you guys and if you think about it, if you think about this situation, they got to the NFC Championship game, so they know they had to tweak some things. So I would say I would come back as a 49 fan and say, yeah, I think we got a chance to go Super Bowl because they got the NFC Championship game. So of course they're gonna say yes to that, right? But if they'd have lost early in the playoffs, I don't know if they come back with the same comment. But I don't think they come back with the same comment. I'm just saying that I'm just saying.
Hey.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna talk about the Cowboys. And every year we supposed to be going to the Super Bowl. That ain't the thing, man. That is the TV reporters.
Stop it.
That's how they make money.
Stop. Yo, do you know? I mean, I got Cowboy fans. They telling me right now they going back to Super Bowl. They saying they're going to Super Bowl next year. Wait a minute.
Let's check it out.
Wait, hold. We got everybody on the panel. We got everybody on the panel. So let's go. Dana, do you know a Cowboy fan that says every year the Cowboys go Super Bowl? Matthew, do you know a Cowboy fan? Matthew, do you know
every Cowboy fan always says Super Bowl? Yeah.
Matthew. Wait a minute. Matthew, do you know somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. Curry, do you know somebody?
Absolutely. Every year.
Okay, I got somebody. I got two people from Harrisburg, but Davis, do you know somebody?
Yes, sir.
I can get them on the line right now. How they gonna do it?
Exactly. They
But check this out.
I'm listening.
When the season first starts up, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, "Can the Dallas Cowboys go back to the Super Bowl?" That's the first thing that comes on TV. So first take, that's the first thing that pops on TV. So it's not the fans.
But you know why he said that? Wait a minute. But you know why he said that? Because Jerry Jones said we're going to the Super Bowl. Did you not hear Jerry Jones? Did you not hear Jerry Jones say that? Jerry Jones said at the beginning of the season. He said this is a special team. He said this is a very special team. We're going to Super Bowl. Do you want me YouTube it for you?
I think Stephen A. Smith right on the season before he said about the Cowboys, but he's garbage.
I love the Cowboys.
You know, we don't go around bragging with our chest all out like me.
Man, come on, stop it. Yo, listen. Oh, wait a minute, Dan. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta say this. When the football season ends for me, if you watch a live feed, I don't have no Rams gear up. I took my Rams shirt down, take my Brown shirt down because it's not football season for me no more. Because my team lost. I will not wear their gear because the season's over. That's how I am. How many times I see Cowboys wear? I said, yo, it's football season over. Why you wear? Oh, because I'm a Cowboy fan. You know what we all about. No, I don't. I know y'all ain't won nothing. God knows when. You just grew a mustache in 1998 when last time they won Super Bowl. But you still talk. Yo, let it rest, man. Let it rest.
I got a question though.
See, that's the problem. You go 2-14, you're rocking your gear. Why would you want to rock your gear if you go 2-14?
Hey, Kev.
Yes.
I'm a rider till I die.
This ain't nothing wrong with it. But put that trash up, man. Put it up. Put that Cowboy gear up. Put that trash up. Yeah. You'll bring the noise, but you'll bring the noise into your leg with your tail between your legs. Come on, man. Stop it. Yes, they do. Yeah.
You can't talk about it without getting hyped. This is
Stop.
what we
See,
do.
that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem with Cowboys. Look, we got Cowboy fans on here now talking. They wear the Cowboy gear. Yo, check this out. It'd be 98 degrees and somebody walking around with a Cowboy hoodie on up here talking about, yeah, I'm representing my team. Man, it's baseball time. Who's your baseball team? Stop it. And most Cowboy fans, that's youngest Matthew, and they're Cowboy fans, they ain't seen him win nothing. But they're Cowboy fans. And let's be honest, most Cowboy fans were bandwagons because they was winners back in the day when they grew up, because that's the team that won in the NFC. Let's keep it real. Let's let the cat out the bag. Shame the devil. 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 How you want?
I will say this.
I got a friend who lives in Philadelphia. He likes everything Philadelphia but a football team. Now, how you gonna let the Cowboys and you like everything else but the Cowboys, but the Eagles? Stop it. Stop the nonsense, man. Come on with it. Just stop. Man, you done got me. I'm over.
Was the Eagles a fluke this year?
Well, the Eagles a fluke. Hey, Mo, what did we call the Eagles? Was the my team?
Eagles, Steelers, oh my.
Yes, they was my team. They're the reason why we call them my team is because the Titans came out with 11-1 and they lost the first round. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers came around and did it again the year before last, and now the Eagles did the same thing they did. So then we call them the my team. I'm not gonna say it was a fluke. What I'm gonna say that with the Eagles is when you lose your offense and your defensive coordinator, it takes an effect on your team. When you and the thing about it is, if you saw them in the first game of the season when they played New England, they was flat for that point on. We all said something's wrong with the Eagles. We all said it was something wrong with it. And if you're gonna say it's you can go back and say that it's Super Bowl hangover because they had an opportunity to actually win the Super Bowl. If they had 2 minutes left on that game clock, I think they beat Kansas City. I'm just saying that was probably one of the best Super Bowls I've seen in a while. But I don't think it was no fluke. I just think that they need to be energized and realize they can get it done. But the thing about it is look at Kansas City, who's been to 6 AFC championship games in the last 6 years, and they're playing extra games. They may not get to the Super Bowl, but they play extra games, but they keep doing it. So what does Andy Reid, who was in Philadelphia, what does Andy Reid know? What do you know now that he didn't know in Philadelphia? That Kansas City has been, and we can say it's Patrick Mahomes.
He knows Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
And Travis Kelce. But the thing about it is, though, like I'm saying, if that's working, why ain't nobody looking at what he's doing? Why hasn't any OC or DC left? Like Spags was terrible as a coach with the Rams. He was horrible. You know what I'm saying? But he goes to Kansas City and everything's working for him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sometimes you need a terrible coach too. And maybe sometimes you need to go back to be a DC or OC to see what you did wrong. Like Raheem Morris, I think he's going to do better as a coach now that he from the first time he was to what he is now. You know what I'm saying? So it may take some time to happen for coaches to be the coaches they need to be. You know, and if you look at the Eagles, you look at the Eagles and Doug Peterson was there. And maybe some of the players that played underneath Doug, they just did. I think what really hurt. I think to me, what really hurt Philadelphia was letting the defensive Hargrove let him go to San Francisco. That was huge to me. I think that hurt them more than anything else. You got the young boy from Georgia that took his place, but he ain't him. You know what I'm saying? Because they could go and do 4 men and get to the quarterback. Now they
came from Pittsburgh first.
And you got blitz. You got blitz everybody now. It's a whole different atmosphere, man. But you know,
I give Andy Reid his respect.
Oh, he definitely.
He's one of the best coaches out there.
But I don't think Philadelphia was. But see, Philadelphia was so in the. I mean, they did get a Super Bowl ring, right? but they were so in a hurry. I think sometimes with organizations, you need to step back and just let the flow happen. Like Green Bay, you had Brett Favre, then you had Aaron Rodgers, and everybody was talking about how bad Love was, and look what Love did. And so he sat back and waited his turn, right? So why can't other teams do exactly what they're doing? Some teams, I think teams are so patient. Go ahead, Rich. You can
set up nice. But
go ahead, say that again.
That was everybody teaching the young man the rope was nice.
Well, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers taught him anything because Aaron Rodgers is like, I'm not teaching you. Because you think about it, Aaron Rodgers was pissed when they got him because that surprised everybody. They went after Love. That surprised. They did, what's going on here? And then Aaron Rodgers come back and go back-to-back MVP season. So this told you how motivated he was to tell the Packers that, yo, I can still do it. Now I'm leaving y'all. And now y'all fan with Love. But see, Love is still getting it done. So why ain't other teams doing what they're doing? Is the question.
Well, Love is bumping into the same issues that Aaron Rodgers bumped into.
What's that?
Can't beat San Francisco in the playoffs.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and hopefully both coaches, Detroit and Green Bay, understands this. You take the points on 4th down because it matters.
And you run the ball.
And you run the ball. All right, guys. We're moving on. Mo, I'm saying
this. Quick update on an NBA game.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the NBA, and I'm gonna say this. Mo, if you see his picture behind me, I told him that was disrespectful what he did with Embiid. I don't like that picture, but he hates Philadelphia, right? He hates Philadelphia. I don't hate Philadelphia. I hated them as a kid growing up in the 80s because we battled with them. The team I hated the most was the Sixers. I can't, man, losing to the Sixers the other night, I was so pissed off. I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed on how we lost to the Lakers like that. That just didn't make no sense. It proved some things to me about the Celtics. They don't have the tenacity and that dog in them to tear teams up when their best 2 players are not playing. But my point is that I'm a little bit upset with the NBA because of the 65 game rule. Embiid probably won't. Embiid's not going to be able to win the MVP. They don't know if he'll be back this season or not because of his knee. And if you look at the play that happened, it was a freak accident. I felt sorry for Embiid. But I don't like Philadelphia, but I respect it, right? And I think that when they go back and relook at the 65 game thing, I think they need to make some adjustments on it because Embiid is clearly hurt, right? But the dude's balling, right? They did the 65 game rule for Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Paul George, all the San Antonio basketball team. They did it so these guys could play games, meaningful games, right? So I think they go back and maybe they go back and tweak this a little bit because Embiid, and if Embiid doesn't play the rest of the season, then I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm good. But I think they need to tweak it a little bit because it's still not working because you had Curry miss the game and a girl spent her whole life savings on the game, and the girl and he didn't play that game, and it was a home game, and so she's upset about it. She went on social media and talked about it. And they say he didn't play because of fatigue. Curry, Tom, you got Curry's probably me and Curry right around the same age probably. Tom, you're probably a little bit younger than me, but you got some history with the Lakers. But man, how can you put a 65 game gap on if you can qualify for any awards when you had Larry Bird, Dr. J, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up in age, play 80-some games a season. They didn't sit out for no fatigue. They didn't sell for no fatigue. They entertained people. You know what I'm saying? There was never a question if I went to a game who I was gonna see play. And real quick before I get you guys input, we went to Boston, and I shared this story with Mo and Dana. We went to Boston year before last. My nephew, he got a full ride scholarship, got full scholarship ride academically to go to college, right? And I said to my brother, I said, yo, I'm gonna take him up to Boston. I said, we're gonna get in a nice hotel, we're gonna get some seats close to the game. You know what I'm saying? Because my nephew did a great thing, and I appreciate them doing what he's doing. Before the game, it says Tatum might not play. They playing the Washington Wizards, and Boston had already locked their playoff spot and everything like that. The disappointment I saw on my nephew's face was priceless, right? I ain't gonna tell you how much money I spent to go up there, but it was priceless. And he did play, and my nephew was happy. But can you imagine other fans that go to games and they don't play? That's heartening, man. And you're getting paid to play. You're getting paid to play, and NBA need to do something about it. And I need them to tweak that 65 game thing, tweak it a little bit for people that actually really get hurt. You know. Now,
you know what? I agree with you on that.
But wait, before you go on, Matthew, Matthew, before you go on, I got one more thing to say. And the reason why I like the 65 games, I think it should be more, is so that people like LeBron and Kawhi Leonard can be gassed if they got a 7-game series, and if they make it to the NBA Finals and have to play the Celtics, they're gassed. That's one of the reasons I like it. But go ahead, Matthew, what you got?
I agree with you on that because I actually had something similar, but the opposite thing happened. This is before Lonzo Ball's injury.
Oh,
It was I went to go walk. I actually flew out to DC. This is like before they made the announcement that he was going to be out, and I actually had my own suite.
wow.
And and I wanted to watch him play, but he didn't play because that's when the injury was just announced. And 2 suites over from mine was his dad's. And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
I'm cussing. I don't
I
care.
needed to watch Russell Westbrook when he was on the Wizards.
I don't care. I'm gonna talk about him. I'm gonna tell Dad. I'm gonna talk about him, man. So, anybody else got any comments on the 65 game? Mo was like, "Yo, it's the rule. It's the rule. It's the rule." But I think they're gonna tweak it because of the situation. Anybody else got any comments before we move on to another topic? Okay. Okay, so now Boston played Grizzlies, who Marcus Smart's on the team, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm a big Marcus Smart fan. I think Mo is too. To see him come back and play, see him come back in Boston. Hopefully we'll see him back in Green sometime soon. It probably won't be this year, but maybe next year they'll try to pull some off and get him back in Boston because he's needed there. He's one player that is needed in that locker room. I think he'll come back more humble because I don't think he ever thought he was gonna get traded. But they had to do what they had to do what they had to get. But I just wanted to bring up the Marcus Smart. We appreciate you, man, and things like that. Before we go on, Dana, do you have a Black History moment? Or Mo, do you have one?
I don't.
Okay. Mo has one. I have one, but mine's gonna take a minute, so I'm not gonna do mine tonight. Well, I'll do mine next Monday. But Mo, go ahead, hit us off with your Black History moment.
All right. So first of all, unfortunately, I had a lot of people to choose from because I believe in trying to find somebody that was born in that week. So we had Lawrence Taylor. We had Hammer and Hank Aaron. We had Omarosa. I know after those two, I should be talking about Omarosa, but it is what it is. Bobby Brown. We had Chris Rock. We had Big Boy. We had Sherman Helmsley. We were going to go to Amen. We were going to go to the Jeffersons. We had Langston Hughes. But I decided to go with Chappelle Show, baby. I'm Rick James. So I did Rick James because, first of all, I love Rick. I love a man that just don't care what anybody else thinks about him. I love a man who would just walk into a room and say, I don't care about y'all. F your couch. Seriously, though. I know we're a family show, so I'm trying not to say the B word, but I can't. That's the one person I curse like because Rick James was the man. So, Rick James, born February 1st, 1948, unfortunately died August 6, 2004. Born in LA, but he was from Buffalo. Yes, I'm not talking about somebody from Philly this time. Not talking about Philly. He was American, excuse me, singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer. Born and raised in Buffalo, New York. James began his musical career in his teen years in various bands and groups before entering the Navy to avoid being drafted in the 1960s. He didn't want to go. In 1965, he deserted to Canada, to Toronto, where he formed the rock band The Mining Birds. You ever heard of the Mining Birds? I ain't never heard of the Mining Birds, who eventually signed a record deal with Motown Records in 1966. James' career with the group halted after military authorities discovered his whereabouts and eventually convicted James on a one-year prison term related to the draft charges. After being released, James moved to California, where he started a variety of rock and funk groups in the late 60s and 70s. After forming the Stone City Band in his hometown of Buffalo in 1977, James finally found success as a recording artist after signing with Motown Gordy Records, releasing the album Come Get It. In April 1978, where the hits You and I and Mary Jane, I'm in love with Mary Jane. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. Were released. I guess this is where he thought you were going to be singing some over there. That's where Matthew thought you were going to be singing. And he also had songs like Give It To Me, Baby. Give it. Okay, and she's a super freak. She's super freaky, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. But my favorite song ever was with him and Tina Marie. Fire and Desire. Y'all ain't got kids? Turn that on. You have a couple in like a couple of hours. But he also wrote for different people too. He wrote the 19 hits, You Can't Touch This for Hammer. He also wrote a lot of different things. But in 2004, my favorite part of this whole story is 2004, James' career returned to the mainstream after he appeared on an episode of Chappelle's Show. My favorite show ever. I'm sorry. He was still second funniest to Prince. The Prince skit was hilarious. If you have not watched Chappelle's Show, what is wrong with you? You got problems. You got serious problems. Either your mama raised you right or your daddy raised you wrong. Because that's one of the two things that you should have watched Chappelle's Show. Your daddy should have showed you Chappelle's Show, or your mama should have tried to keep you away from it. Because that is the all-time favorite show of my childhood. I'm so sorry to think about Charlie Murphy, Prince, and also Rick James all sitting up in heaven talking about, I'm Rick James. And Prince be like, you want some pancakes? And Charlie Murphy be like, unity. So, seriously though, just thinking about that show and thinking about all the great people that have passed on, even thinking about who I was going to do last week. Bang, 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 bang. Mr. John Witherspoon, even though we didn't do our Black History Month things. We have lost so many great people that I grew up with that have made my life so amazing. So hopefully Dave Chappelle still lives, and hopefully he makes another season 4, because I want to see more of the Chappelle Show. Key and Peele was good, but y'all never be Chappelle. Y'all ain't Harold Melvin, and they definitely ain't the Blue Notes, and y'all definitely ain't going platinum. Because when Rick James said, I'm Rick James, that was better than Snoop Dogg saying, what's my name? Because Rick James said it, and Rick James meant it. I know somebody who also knew Rick James. You know what they told me they called Rick James? You didn't, because nobody talked to Rick. That's who Rick James was right there. That's the type of man I want to be. I want to walk into a room and can't nobody say nothing to me because I'm Rick James. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right, man. Appreciate the Rick James piece. Rick James was believe it or not, Rick James was my favorite singer of all time. Um,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
and my wife is a big Tina Marie fan, so that just came into play. I remember when they told me that Rick James had died. I had Sirius Radio, and I was talking to a friend of mine, and she's like, "Did you hear what happened?" I said, "Nah." She said, "Rick James had died." I said, "Yo, I gotta hang up." I said, "I gotta have a moment of silence, right?" She started laughing, right? So I turned on Sirius Radio, and they playing all Rick James music. I was like, "Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up." I love me some Rick James, boy. He came to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we was and I was young, boy. That's young then. And he had a bed on the stage, and let's just say that he ain't allowed to come back to Harrisburg. He wasn't allowed to come back to Harrisburg anymore. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Wow.
Hey, Curry.
hey, Kev,
Yes.
can I tell you who my favorite figure is?
Go ahead.
It relates to Black History Month.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Let me hold you tight. His name is Mr. Luther Vandross. We know what you're doing, Kev, at the prom was Mr. Kev doing this next. Luther.
Yeah, when Luther was, Luther, man, Luther, backseat Luther.
Wow.
Ooh, I'm leave it alone. Curry. North
It's too
Carolina.
many men on this show. It's too many men on this show to be talking about Luther Vandross.
Curry. Curry, Curry, I'm trying to get to college basketball, but they won't let me get to it, man. Okay, Curry. North Carolina played Duke this weekend, and they smashed Duke, man. So let me ask you a question: does Duke have the right coach, or is recruiting just down on Duke's side of the house? What's going on? I watched a little bit of the game because I was watching girls basketball. But what's going on with that, man? Is Duke ready? I mean, North Carolina ready to challenge UConn and Kansas and Houston and Tennessee and Marquette and Arizona? What's going on with them?
Yeah, they're ready. They're just not ready for Carolina. But Carolina is coming in several years. That's it, man. It's pretty stacked right now.
Okay. Because like I said before, I don't really. I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, I'll bring it up. But I'm not big in college football, college basketball. Not that my teams ain't doing well, because I like Georgetown, UCLA, and neither one of them are in the top whatever. I'm looking at the top 25, and I don't see them nowhere in the top 25. I don't even see them in dropping in or dropping out. I don't see them nowhere. So I'm pretty sure that whoever's coaching UCLA probably will be fired. Georgetown just ain't Georgetown no more because the Big East ain't what it is. But I like Houston too because of Five Slam and Jammer guys, and they look like they're doing really good. But I think I'm more me personally. I'm more a tournament guy. I like seeing a tournament play than I do regular season because there's so much basketball on, man. It's crazy how much basketball that's on TV now. On different channels. You got that channel, got this channel, you got all kind of channels showing basketball now. So it's over and dated in my opinion. I just I and see I coach girls like for example, so we had our last practice today, and then we have one more game tomorrow, and that's the end of our season. We're not making the playoffs. We have 4 seniors, I think, that's leaving the program, and I realize that we have a couple seniors coming back, but they're not. They're bad. They're going to be role players. Our whole starting 5 will probably be underclassmen. It's going to be maybe 2 ninth graders and 3 10th graders starting. So we're gonna get our lumps. But I love girls basketball, and watching LSU and South Carolina the other night, that was like poetry in motion, man. It got kind of floppy, but the peer part of it, like the girl from Iowa, I love watching her play. And I'm telling you right now, Connecticut, when she ready to come out, Connecticut got to get her because I'm a Connecticut fan. I like Connecticut. So
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, she got to be
Indiana Fever, man.
Indiana Fever, man.
You keep the girls in the locations
that
I don't care. I want her in Connecticut.
You do know I got to watch it about a week ago.
Yeah, so I'm just
When Iowa came to Ohio State.
I'm just saying. I just I just want to see. I want to see her in some Connecticut Sun uniform. Basically, that's what I'm looking for. Real quick, man. I know we had talked about Russell Wilson last week, but where we think he's gonna go? Curry, did you say he wasn't going anywhere? You don't think he's gonna be? Who was it said that they don't think that he might not be playing? Somebody said it. I can't remember who it was. But I'm just gonna read the article right here.
Yeah.
It says former All-Pro warns teams interested in Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson. It's unclear where Russell Wilson will play football in 2024, but a divorce with the Denver Broncos seems inevitable. With that in mind, former All-Pro linebacker Chad Brown providing a warning for whichever NFL team ends up with a quarterback. Appearing on Zach Gelb's show, Brown said Wilson sabotaged head coach Sean Payton by not sticking to the game plan, and the team in the market of 9-time Pro Bowlers should be aware. That's the kind of guy you're going to get, Brown said. The play caller needs to know that as well, so that if the offense is going to have to be a scheme in a way where they're not going to be crucified or disappointed, that I have been working for 3 quarters to set up this play, and now this guy bails out at the line of scrimmage or decides not to go to his first progression because the pass rush is giving him a little bit of pressure. Brown communicated that Peyton's style of setting up defense early with the idea of falling up in the second half clashes with Wilson, who often went schoolyard throwing off and any hopes of creating a rhythm within the offense. Wilson did rebound after a poor first season with the Broncos, completing 66% of his passes while throwing 26 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions and 15 starts. However, the Broncos offense ranked only 19th in the NFL, and the quarterback turnaround statistics failed to translate into more wins, as Denver went 7-8 in the starts. For now, Wilson is still a Bronco, but he may not be for long. He's due $38 million guarantee in 2024 and may expect the team to cut him before the NFL league year becomes official. Furthermore, if he's not traded or cut by March 5th, the $37 million 2025 2025 injury guarantee goes into effect. At age 35, Wilson has given no indication he plans to retire anytime soon, so he'll suit up somewhere next season. While there should be opportunity out there for the veteran, that might be limited in his decision making, as Brown says he does. Now, with that being said, I don't know if you guys and Matthew, you being a Hawk fan, you saw Warren Moon talked about him as well, that the best system for him was the Seattle Seahawks system. Just give us an insight on the comment that did you read the article that Warren Moon talked about? Are you familiar with that?
Oh yeah, I heard over the radio.
Okay, so with that comment with his comment being said, do you think that teams, if Sean Payton is setting plays up for the second half and he goes rogue on you, and he throws a touchdown, can you be mad? Can you honestly be mad? It's like one of those plays. It's no. Okay, good job, but wait, we gotta talk about this after the play's over with. I still think that Pittsburgh is probably, to me, the best fit for him. I think the money is an issue going forward with Wilson, because he's going to leave a lot of money on the table. Because if they buy him out, he's not going to get.
He's guaranteed $39 million last year. Whoever picks him up will pay him the minimum because it just comes up.
That's what I'm saying. So I think it's in my opinion, I think to me, Pittsburgh is probably the best fit for him. Do anybody disagree with me?
It's not the best fit.
It's not the best fit for him.
I think that's, to me, that thing is one of the best fits. The other place I can see him might be going to is to Oakland.
No.
Okay, so
I'm gonna say one statement: happy wife equals happy life. Where's his wife from?
You think he's gonna go to the Giants?
No, his wife is from Atlanta.
Oh, I thought she's from New York. Because I
Sierra's
remember they
from
said
Atlanta.
but don't they do but don't she do
properties in New York?
But don't she do all her stuff in New York now? Her producing all her stuff.
But she will be on the East Coast. She'll be at home.
Okay.
They can have people to watch the kids. He can go there and enjoy Atlanta. He can stick in the future that he brought back the kids so he can spend time with his son too. And then pump Future in Atlanta because he's got your wife in Atlanta. It's the ultimate setup. It makes no sense for Russ to go anywhere else. I would do it just to mess with Future because Future talked about all the time that you took my son away from me, made him move to Seattle. Bring it back to Atlanta. See if your son want to spend time with you now, dude. Let's have this out. Then Russ actually gets his manhood back because he's been checked ever since then. People don't like Russ because of Future.
Wow. What we got online here? So Dana, where do you think that I'm gonna write this down? Where do you think Russ is gonna end up at?
Oh, let's see. I'm gonna go with Tampa.
No. Why would you go Tampa?
Because you can still go there and compete for the job.
But they're giving Baker Mayfield a new contract.
They might give him a
Oh no, it's a done deal. He ain't going nowhere. So you think you still want
Kev, did y'all ever change the code on the thing for the Cleveland Stadium? You know that Baker had was living there. Did y'all ever evict him?
When he left, the code went right to him. It was 0-0-0-0. Never come back. So Dana, you still thinking Tampa?
I'm going Tampa.
Matthew, where do you think he going?
I'm sticking with Pittsburgh, like I said a few weeks ago.
Okay. Dan said Tampa. Matthew said Pittsburgh. Mo, you saying Atlanta?
I'm saying Atlanta. I want it to be Pittsburgh. I would be very happy if it's Pittsburgh. But I think it's going
Curry,
to be Atlanta.
be Atlanta.
Curry, where you got him going?
I'm saying Atlanta.
Rich, where you got him going?
I got him going to Tennessee.
Okay. So why would you say Titans? Why would you come back with the Titans?
Because they need the quarterback and they have a solid receiving core. All the teams, they're running back. And he might be in the hunt for Saquon Barkley. It's pretty much all they need offensively.
So okay, so you brought up Barkley. So you think they're gonna let Henry walk?
He already thinking about it. The last game of the season.
Well, I read an article that he said that he liked with the moves they made as far as the coach is concerned. He heard nothing but good things about him, so he wants to contemplate about leaving. Have you read anything like that?
Oh well, I haven't seen anything like that.
No.
But I mean, if he stays, even better.
Okay, I think he goes to the Raiders. And I'm put that on the board. We got that on the board for us right now.
That's not a bad one.
So we got the Super Bowl coming up. So let's go ahead and let's do the Super Bowl. Okay, Dana,
Yes, sir.
who you got? Give me a score.
I got Chiefs winning. It's not no 23.
Chiefs, what score?
35-23.
35-23.
Yeah, that's what the computer got me mad.
Matthew, what you got?
I got Kansas City winning, and I got Travis Kelce getting married after they won.
Oh my God. What's the score?
Final score 28-17.
Wow. Mo, don't be biased. What you got? Mo. Oh, he froze.
Oh,
Mo. Yeah, he froze. Let me see. So, Rich, give it to me straight, Rich. Hey,
I'm thinking.
wait a minute, Rich. Wait a minute, Rich. Let me do my. Hey, I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie where the guys he goes to jail because he supposedly beat the two white guys up, penitentiary, and the guy says he said, "Give it to me straight, Big Mo. Give it to me. Did you break him? Did you break him?" So Rich, give it to me straight, Rich.
All right, I'm thinking. I'm very thinking. I'm thinking. San Francisco. I'm taking 30-28. They're gonna. They're gonna try to get it for a two-point conversion, try to game up.
Oh,
They're not gonna make it.
all right. I really do think it's San Francisco's year this year, and
I do too.
I really do. Even though they both played ugly games before to get there, and there were opportunities for other teams to win, they just didn't capitalize on them. But I got San Francisco 27, the Chiefs 23. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a decent game. It's gonna be It's gonna be an eye watcher. You know, ain't nobody gonna be falling asleep on it. They're gonna watch it to the end. I'll give Mo's prediction when I holler him in the inbox. But hopefully we'll have a good football game. Hopefully the game's better than the halftime shows. And we'll see what goes on with that as well. Halftime's been pretty good lately. Is out.
yeah, very. He messaged his selection.
What did he say?
Chiefs 35-31.
No. Okay. I didn't see that because I wasn't on Facebook. I wasn't on Facebook looking at the college standings. Curry,
Yes, sir.
what you got for me?
Super Bowl pick.
Yep.
I'm sticking with going with 23-16.
23-16. Ooh. You got Kansas City Chiefs winning 23-16?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. That's a low score. That's a low score. Hey, Rich, being a 49er fan, how many players you got on the team that's been to the Super Bowl? Do you know?
12.
12? Okay.
12.
All right. Have any of them won the Super Bowl that's on your team? I'm trying to think right now who.
No.
Okay. So.
Oh, yes. Yes. No. Tavares, more.
Okay.
He went to Kansas City again in 19.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
For 20, yeah.
Real quick before we get out of here, guys, I'm gonna give you an update. College basketball, Kansas City playing Kansas State, Kansas State, 43-43 halftime. The NBA scores. We have the Lakers beat the Hornets 124-118. They're 3-0 on the road out east. Cavaliers beat
Clippers game.
136-110. Dallas Mavericks beat the 76ers 118-102. I feel so sorry for the Sixers, man. I really do. Clippers beat the Hawks 149-144. Warriors beat the Nets 109-98. Raptors lost to the Pelicans 138-100. I think that's it for today. There is I saw something. Oh, so the reserve. So we didn't get a chance to talk about the All-Star team either. So we could probably talk about that next week. The reserves and who got in, who didn't get in, things like that. So make sure y'all guys put that back in your cap. Dana, make sure we do next week. Got you for your for your Black History part. Matthew, if you want to do the same thing, you can. Rich, if you want to. Curry, if you guys want to, let me know, and I'll make time for you guys.
Ken,
yes, sir.
make sure tonight you sing to your wife some little Luther Vandross.
You know what, Luke, I'm gonna say this to you. I remember Luther came to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I said to my mom, I said, you know, he's singing to the guy in the fifth row, and she got mad at me.
Wow.
Mom said, why? I said, well, Mom, I said, there's rumors that, it is what it is. I said, I don't know. But it's cool. It's cool. I love Luther. He's my boy. I love Luther. I'm a big Luther fan too. I just wish all that music could come back today, because this stuff they playing today don't even make no sense to nobody. They don't even know what they're singing. They don't know what they're singing, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. As always, we'll see you next Monday. We'll be back to 7 to 9 because no more basketball for me. They try, man. I'm telling you, these kids try to keep me busy in my high school. Now the girls got flag football. They're like, Coach, Coach Dixon, you know how to coach flag football? I said, yeah. Well, we about to get a team. I said, I'm not coaching. I'm not. I'll come watch. I'm not coaching. Man, yeah. I've been doing the football scores for the JV and the varsity. JV freshman basketball football team. I did the score for the soccer JV and varsity team, and then I coach basketball. I don't have no time for myself or even with my family. You know what I'm saying? If I coach girls flag football, my wife would be like, did you forget about me? Did you forget about me? Nah, babe, I didn't forget about you, but I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. I don't care how much they want to pay me. I ain't going to do it. Hey, but guys, I appreciate you guys. Yes, sir.
There you go. I know you guys are not up to speed on NCAA basketball, but you guys look out here for real.
Yeah, they look like I'm looking at them. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how this thing pans out at the end. If they the last two teams standing, and you know what though, I say this: in college football and college basketball, that's the most exciting sport. I don't care what nobody say, because the Final Four is good. I'm gonna tell you this too, Curry. I think with basketball, what they should do is you have your Final Four teams, and then you have your final two teams, and the team that loses play the other team that loses, so they stick around. You know what I'm saying? To give that game, that main game, the hype that it needs. You know what I'm saying?
You remember?
Yeah.
The
NIT used to do that, and they got away from that. And I think that you get a different, it gives you a different feel, because now you got fans that don't like either team that's gonna stick around and watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
the compilation game.
They need to go back to it,
I thought sure they did.
I think they should go back to it because it makes it very exciting about the game of basketball. Ooh, man, who is this? He slammed down on Golden State. Somebody got slammed. All right, guys. Appreciate you. See y'all guys next Monday from 7 to 9. That's gonna be a regular time. I should be, 7 to 9. Just like wine, be on time. Anybody got anything else for the good of the cause? If not, we're gonna get on out of here tonight. Oh man, had a great show tonight, guys. Had a great show. Great show. Where we at?
Thank you for listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show. You have been entertained in the sports world by KD Pennsylvania, the small city with the large heart. Taylor Hader Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida, and Murray E. Be more careful, Baltimore, Maryland. We throw stones and usually glass houses. Players make big-time plays and big-time games. Be ready. You have been listening to the Sports Talk Radio production. Remember, you can hear us again on Star107FM.com on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to download the Try99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support.